What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're back for the very final weekly reset for Season of the Splicer, and of course it is the 17th of August. So this week we should see the continuation of the Epilogue event with at least a couple of final beats and a reward. Otherwise we've got a refresh on the Vault of Glass weekly challenge and Time Lost Weapon, but additionally we have the Nightfall's activities, rewards for the week, and we've got vendors to cover, plus a couple of other things to break down in the video. Before we get into it guys, this video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Raid is available to play right now for free on mobile and PC, and comes with a bunch of awesome champions to play with and tons of attributes to mix up and customize gameplay. Champions come from a series of different factions in the game. The first chapter of the campaign introduces us to the Bannerlords, who are medieval knights controlling a massive kingdom in Teleria. The Bannerlords see themselves on the side of good, but their king Tabor has come under the influence of a dark shadow, and it's our job to find out what's happening during the campaign. Raid rewards time investment, and we can spend in-game shards at the portal to acquire new champions, like a bunch of these Bannerlord characters right here. But we can also take them over to the tavern to do various upgrades as we level up. And one of the best things about Raid is how champions come equipped with different combat mechanics for particular enemy types. Both champions and teams can spec into certain aspects to optimize combat efficiency. And once you think you're ready for a challenge, we can get going with more of the campaign, or we can dive into one of the dungeons or PvP modes. So if you like the look of Raid, you can get a huge head start right now by following the link in the description or scanning the QR code on screen to unlock an epic hero, Morro, who is super strong, but you'll also get 200k silver, an XP boost, 1 energy refill, and an ancient shard, which allows us to immediately summon a new champion once we sign in. On top of this, you'll find extra rewards in your inbox in-game for the next 30 days if you use the code or link down below, so I hope to see you guys in-game. Now though, as we get into the game this week, we can see that we've got an overlay right here to claim rewards, and the following seasonal rewards will reset on August 24th, so of course that'll be Bungie rewards, Season Pass items, Lord Shax's Valor rewards, Drifter Infamy rewards, stuff from the Splicer servitor, specifically the Engrams, as well as Vanguard tokens. So be sure to take note of all of that, but we can see right here that we've got, in the milestone tray, the Hero's Memorial, and we need to visit the Splicer servitor initially. This is essentially the second part of the epilogue as far as we know, and spoiler alert for the reward, but at least listed via the database, we are going to be getting the Forbidden Memory exotic ship, and that's something that'll drop once we've experienced all of the Memorial. Obviously we can expect plenty of dialogue and story stuff, so definitely worth checking out, and give us your thoughts down in the comment section. We should mention, Bungie now have a showcase page live for when they'll reveal the future of Destiny 2. Of course that's happening next week on August 24th, starting at 9 AM PDT, but it says 7 years of Destiny have led us here to the precipice of an adventure unlike any we've encountered before. Join us and begin to understand what lies ahead. Will you survive the truth? And so obviously we're going to get that big reveal, as well as the launch of Season 15 shortly after that reveal. By the looks of it, there'll even be a pre-show starting at 8 AM PDT. And so, an hour before the reset that starts Season 15, we're going to have a pretty exciting reveal, and as always, I will keep you posted on that news. Before we mention Nightfalls, be sure to turn in any Vanguard tokens that you have laying around right now, as they are going to be removed next week. Definitely bear that in mind. But for the Nightfall and Grandmaster this week, the featured strike is going to be the Fallen Saber. But of course, all of the Grandmaster Nightfalls are available via the Grandmaster node, and the Azumi RR4 is the drop, with the Adept variant of that dropping in Grandmasters. Over at the Vault of Glass this week though, the challenge mode is going to be Atheon Challenge. And if you are completing the Master version, of course you'll get opportunities to pick up the Corrective Measure Time Lost. So good luck if you do jump into Grind. For the Eververse store this week though, as always, we've got a bunch of stuff featured for silver on the front page, but we've also got the Aposmatism shader. I believe I may be saying that correctly. Pretty cool shader right there for 300 Bright Dust. We've also got the Atheon projection, as well as That's the One, and then the Let Me Investigate exotic emote. But then on the main Bright Dust page, we do have this Splish Splash emote right there we can grab for this season for 3250 Bright Dust. We also have the Orb Weaver shell. That one's 2850 Bright Dust. And then we've got the Lone Howl exotic sparrow right there. Pretty cool one from this season for 2500 Bright Dust. But also the Execute Revival ornament for Phoenix Cradle for Titans. So we should see another exotic ornament on other classes. That one's 1500 Bright Dust. And then we have the Here I Am emote, as well as the Homesteader ornament right here for the Xenophage, which is pretty cool. That one's just 1250 Bright Dust. But we also have the Infinity Door projection right here, as well as the Jade Coin effects, Guiding Light, and Plesiohedral State Transmat effect. Probably saying that one wrong as well. And then we've got Carbon Blood, as well as Bruised Blush, Safety First, and the Indigo Matrix shaders this week. For Banshee, he should see at least a couple of weapons reintroduced into his potential pool next week. But for this week, we have the Cold Denial with Threat Detector and Multi-Kill Clip for the main traits. We've also got Night Watch with Snapshot Sights and Explosive Payload, the 7th Seraph Shotgun with Autoloading Holster and Vorpal Weapon, the Wishbringer Shotgun with Threat Detector and Moving Target, and then we've got Falling Guillotine with Balance Guard, Tireless Blade and Whirlwind Blade, and Crown Splitter with Heavy Guard, Tireless Blade and Whirlwind Blade. For his mods today though, we've got Sprint Grip as well as Surrounded Spec, but these will change on a daily basis. Ada 1's featured armor set this week is the Carrack Type armor set. Nothing particularly stand out on the Titans, but worth checking in to see what she has on different characters. We do have bow reserves though, as well as Warmind's Light for the mods today, but of course these will change on a daily basis. Legend and Master Lost sectors today will consist of K1 Logistics at 1310, dropping exotic leg armor, but we also have the Empty Tank on the Tangled Shore, dropping exotic helmets at 1340. For Europa this week though, Simulation Survival is going to be the Exo Challenge, and we can see that Eventide Ruins is the Eclipse Zone. Also, the Dark Priestess is the featured Empire Hunt, and if you happen to be jumping into the Deepstone Crypt, the challenge this week is the Core 4. But finally over in the Dreaming City, the Ascendant challenge this week is going to be the Agonarch Abyss, which is accessed via the Bay of Drowned Wishes right next to the spawns. So if you want gameplay of how to access that one, we'll run it out at the end of the video. But otherwise for today guys, that is everything that we've got to round up inside of the weekly reset. So as always, I'll be keeping you posted right here on the channel with Destiny 2 news throughout the course of the week. It's possible we'll get some reveals, so be sure to keep it locked and loaded right here on the channel. Get subscribed and turn on notifications so I can keep you up to date. But if you've enjoyed this video and found it useful, a rating below very much helps us out. And otherwise, thanks as always for tuning in. And I hope you guys have an awesome day.
The current. You're so deep into the well.
Guardian down. Guardian down.